Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast, back at you with another video. Today, I'm going to animate a character from an anime called One Piece. Has a good storyline and a lot of different diverse characters, and it's created by a guy named Oda. In this video, I'm going to animate one of the characters called Brook. I'm going to get into the drawing, the coloring, the voicing, and the animation. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to get on to the first part of this animation tutorial. I'm going to draw it. I'm using a light table right now, so underneath this glass is a light bulb which can shine through the paper. I'm going to start with his eyes. Right here. One circle. And I'm going to give it like that much distance. So yeah, we got two circles around the side of his face. Like that. Looks like his face kind of curves in to like a bone shape, zigzag formation. His cheekbone right here is like a cheekbone, but it's just like an actual bone, you know, never mind. And this is kind of how he looks. Woo! So he like, the bone goes out right here. And then there's this like crack in his, he does have an afro. It's the only piece of DNA he has left. I don't know how he grows an afro, but he has an afro. Don't you need skin to grow? Never mind. Now I'm just gonna draw the upper jaw right here. So right here, his teeth go like that. And then we can add like teeth. He has like 5 big teeth. So that's kind of like his face right there. Oh yeah, he has a nose. I forgot his nose. There. Now he has his nose. I think that's a good first layer. Now I'm gonna add his mouth movements. Actually, no, I'm gonna add another layer over this piece of paper. So the reason I have a light shining through it is because if we put this paper over it, we can kind of see what's through it and trace over it. I'm gonna draw his mouth movements. This. We're gonna add these mouth movements right here. So it looks like his jaw goes like a triangle-ish thing. He also has an afro which I can draw. I don't have enough room around here to draw the afro. I can just scale it later, but I'm just gonna go like, so it looks like his afro has a lot of jig-jag kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna draw maybe like a circle like this. And then around it, we can add these like zigzag shit. A giant circle. And then I'm gonna add his top hat right here. Alright, so I'm gonna just add a hat right here for him. Actually, it kind of goes outwards like that. By the way, if you start watching this show, this character doesn't come to like 300 episodes in, so be warned about that. Hey, that's his afro. Now I think I'm gonna draw his body. He has like this little vest. It's gonna be like that. There, so that's his vest right there. I think I'm gonna draw his bow tie. He has like little circles right here, like jewelry shit. There, so that's his bow tie. And then we see his bow tie kind of linger down like that. I can draw his body now. And he has like a shoulder, and it can go down to right there. It's all the way to like the bottom of the page. And this can just go up like that. And now I'm gonna add his rib cage. He has like a vest. Little circles right here for his spinal cord. We're gonna like just draw squares all the way down. Draw some rib cages that go out like behind his vest. We can add different mouth movements. I can add new mouth movements because he can talk with his jaw. I'm gonna add some different vowels. And we can have his jaw go lower. And then we can add a new vowel. Maybe like an O vowel. So maybe we can add a circle this time. So he's like saying the O vowel, but his jaw, I guess, can be the same. I guess there's not that many vowels to do with the skeleton. He can't do an L vowel because he doesn't have a tongue. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. So I'm using Adobe Illustrator. I'm just gonna open the files I made. So there it is, all the drawings I made. I'm gonna go to the first one. And with Adobe Illustrator, if you want to manipulate a photo and you can't draw on it yet, you can't do anything with it, what you have to do is go to Image Trace, which is right here. But if you don't see it, just go to Window, Image Trace. It will show up like that. You can drag it into your library however you want. I'm going to put it right here. And then when you click the object you want to manipulate, and you click Presets, Default. And I'm going to use black and white logo. And then you go to Object, Expand, and then you click OK. And now we can manipulate it. If we take out the background to make it transparent, that would be cool. And now I'm going to draw his arm. This is an arm I drew. I'm going to make it like that color. But if I make it like a light gray, and maybe that color, because I feel like that white is too dominant, and make it like a light gray. And now we can file, export as, and when you export it, make sure it's a PNG. That way the background will be transparent. And I'm going to make it 300 pixels per inch. I can make his jaw like that light gray, but I can keep his teeth white just to give it kind of like diversity. Hey look, it's his afro. I'm gonna make his like afro completely black. It's like a black afro. And maybe his hat can be like a little lighter. Export as afro. So it looks like he has a blue tie like that. I can make it like that. Purple, and make this outer layer orange. What? No, I don't like orange. Dark blue. There, that should be fine. So it looks like he has an orange collar right here. We can just do that, and maybe not that orange, maybe like a dark orange. Like that, I think that's better. And now we can copy that. It looks a little off, but it'll make sense, I think. Now, I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. Now, I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. I'm just gonna say one line. It's gonna be a simple line. I look scary, but I have a good heart. I don't like that. I look scary, but I have a good heart. If I had a heart, that's just what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm gonna get onto the animation. Now, I'm gonna get onto the animation. I'm just gonna click Create New. And then it'll give you some options. Do you want it 4K, HD, whatever? What's your frame rate? 30 frames per second. So this is what it looks like. It's a blank image with a timeline. And this is the library panel. So now I'm just gonna add a folder for the audio. And I'm just gonna add a blue background or something random. I'm gonna add a random background. Just a color, I don't care. Now I'm gonna drag in Brook into the folder where the libraries are. And then I can drag in the audio. This is the timeline. I'm gonna drag some time for this first layer. And if you wanna add audio, you just take the audio, you drag it into this canvas and it'll show up right here. And this is the line. I look scary, but I have a good heart. I'm gonna add another layer. So we can just add this plus sign right here. I'm gonna go to the background, just drag it in, whatever. And now I'm gonna add another layer. And this will be for the character, Brook. I think I'm gonna start with his torso. We can drag it down right here. I'm gonna add his arm. So we can add his arm right here. And then we can use a thing called the Asset Warp tool. If we click the letter W, we click his shoulder, his elbow, and his wrist. We can kind of bend it. I'm just gonna drag this right here. So now we got his arm and his torso. I'm gonna add, maybe I'll add his collar right here. So his face is right here. And I'm just gonna drag it in right here. We can just, it doesn't look like much right now. A floating head. I'm gonna add a layer behind his body and add his afro. And I can zoom it in right there. So that's looking better, yeah, like that. And then we can add his jaw. So I'm gonna add a layer between his body and his face. And we can add his jaw. And this will be where his mouth movements talk. Now we got it all figured out. There, now we got his body and stuff. And we got pretty much everything we need. And now I'm gonna get onto the keyframing. So if we zoom into the timeline, I think I can start with his mouth movements. So if we go like, click this button in between these two arrows, we can click this keyframe button and allow to keyframe. And we can add him moving his mouth. Oh yeah, and if you want to see what's behind it, just click this onion layer. And maybe his mouth moves more. And then his mouth moves back for the S sound. And then I have this O vowel right here where his like face kind of does an O shape. I wonder if I can shrink it a little bit. I'm gonna add his arm movements a little bit. Flip this arm, and maybe he lifts his arm like that. Add another keyframe, and another keyframe. Maybe we can have his hand move like, whoa. Now, after drawing it, coloring it, and animating it, this is what I came up with. I hope you enjoy it.
I look scary, but I have a good heart. If I had a heart.
Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.